Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Moxie Mansion podcast. I'm your host, one of your hosts, Truman Siegel.
One of your other hosts, John Luke Lassa.
One of your other hosts, Jay Wass.
And today we have with us our science correspondent, Zarek Harold.
What's up? I can count.
And we have our legal expert, Zach Longsworth.
I plead the fifth.
We got a good show for you today, so let's just jump in to the big news. Sourtoe cocktails.
Oh, that's the big news.
What other big grand news has happened recently?
You'll find out later. So, if you've ever had an experience like me and you wanted to wander around the Yukon Territory, you stumbled across Dawson City. And what's the hotel called? I forget. I think it's just called the Downtown Hotel, but that doesn't matter. What does matter is the sourtoe cocktail. Jay Wass, want to guess one of the ingredients in this drink? Here's a hint. It's in the name.
It is in the name. Sour.
Very good.
Yeah.
The sourtoe cocktail consists of a shot of whiskey and a mummified human toe.
Doesn't that sound appetizing?
Mm.
John Luke, can we make some of those next semester?
Yeah, I mean, if you guys can find me a stock of mummified human toes, I can certainly add them to my list.
After the podcast.
But I have a few more questions about this, Zarek. What was the cost of this drink? How thoroughly mummified were the human toes?
Well, it started off when two people were wandering around, and the one guy's toe got frostbite, and the other guy chopped it off. And to commemorate the event, they preserved it in alcohol. And, one thing led to another, and they're drinking whiskey with the toe.
One thing led to another.
They were drinking whiskey with a toe.
That's how you get there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did they say how it tasted?
I haven't seen any. I saw videos of people having it. They never said anything about how the toe tasted.
But also, if you swallow it, there's
You're
a
not
fine.
supposed to. If you swallow it, it's a $2,500.
But
It's not supposed to go in your mouth.
the real question, Zarek, is...
Wait. I need you to repeat that statement. If you swallow it, it's a $25 fine?
$2,500 fine.
500.
It's because
So
they're
they
running
really-
low on toes.
That's like saying that
Really?
I'm not allowed to fucking like suck on the lemon. That's just like on the side of the diner waters that they give you.
But toes don't grow on trees. That's the thing.
What?
Toes do not grow on trees.
You're telling me they reuse the same toes
Yeah.
as both
Look,
of them?
Johnny, don't be a sicko. Just find a human woman to suck the
That is grease slope. It is just the beginning.
This is true.
But the real question, Zarek, is...
Shock.
Are they closed because of coronavirus? And if not, do you want to go?
I mean, I definitely want to go. If you don't, well, the people listening probably don't know this. I'm not an alcoholic. I haven't tried it. But I would definitely pop that cherry for the sourtoe cocktail.
Okay, but are we driving there this week is what I'm asking.
Oh, not this week.
Are they open?
I don't know.
Or are they corona closed?
It's upstate Yukon. I don't think information travels fast.
Wow. That's all I have to say. The more I think about it, the less I have to say about it.
I mean, I'd imagine they'd stop doing the cocktail because, people's mouths touch it. And they're running low on toes.
dangerous.
Not the toe part, just the germs of other people.
Yeah. I mean, the toe is
Fresh toe.
preserved and stuff. It's not going to get nasty. except for the ones that did.
Is it a specific toe or can it be any toe?
It was a specific toe, but the bar has a toe master, and
I'm gonna jump off a bridge. That's all I have to say about the situation. Is I'm fully just going to jump off a bridge.
he said that the bar would like to have more toes donated because several toes have been damaged, stolen, swallowed, or lost over the span of decades.
Swallowed? That thing was down.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna assume that those people were a little too trashed.
Yeah, he just
I can't find. I'm looking for the exact numbers. I'm pretty sure 3 of them were swallowed, 2 of them accidentally.
Actually.
Someone swallowed one on purpose.
Yeah, there was some guy, I think he was from Quebec.
Of course he was from
swallowed a
Quebec.
toe. But at the time it was a $500 fine because they weren't in the toe shortage yet. So he had the $500 ready. He downed the toe and slammed the money on the table and left, never to be seen again.
Oh, stone cold.
That's bold of him. I'll say it. Damn.
That's how I'm trying to be.
Imagine,
Yes, exactly. That's how I'm trying to be.
Imagine having $500 to burn like that.
Came
imagine
prepared though. Like he fully just came like truly prepared.
That's an expensive.
No joke.
You could spend that $500 on better stuff.
Like a smart car.
Yeah, like a down payment for a nice smart car.
Oh, we're not getting back into the smart car topic. I simply refuse.
Okay.
Zach, last week I trashed Zarek's love of smart cars. Just
Now
a
you're
long
going
time.
to trash my desire to try a mummified human toe?
I actually support that to an extent.
Yeah, but not a car that's smaller than normal.
What can I say? I'm biased as hell.
Sick.
It says here that the original toe used in the cocktail lasted 7 more years before some minor just swallowed it.
That's so sad. That guy's ruining it for everybody. Like that toe has like that toe has like a legacy.
Right? Fuck
So
you,
they have-
ours.
I think they have 1 backup toe now.
Oh, shit,
Honestly
they got-
though,
So wait, you can't buy like a round of sourtoe cocktails? Only one person can have one at a
No.
time?
yeah.
That's kind of lame.
Oh wait, but I do wait. I don't know if this question was ever answered, and if it was, I forgot. How much does it cost, like, to just get one?
I saw it somewhere. Let me go to their
Let me,
website.
let me consult my notes.
I truly would like to know.
Asking for a friend.
Yeah.
Where do they get the toes for the sourdough cocktail?
Donations.
It has to be donated. There's no other way you can get human body parts. You have
Well-
to like specifically leave it in your will that you want your body part to be donated somewhere.
What if you just like mark you're an organ donor and like nobody needs your toe when you're dying, so they just give it to the bar?
Hmm.
Yeah, but scientifically
put that in our
do
will.
that.
You can
People should
ask for it.
start putting that in their wills.
I'm gonna put it in my
Yeah,
will.
Hey, it
If
says
my-
here that this legendary Canadian bartender, his dying wish was for toes as garnish donations. Wow.
Sick. I love that.
If I'm ever on my deathbed, I'm just gonna ask it sent to Dawson City, and I'll show up to the bar, drop dead right there, and right before I drop dead, I'll say, "Take my toes."
Or just limp in and just like.
I don't think your toes are fit enough, Zarek. I've seen them.
Ew. I mean, I guess. Wait. But how do you properly mummify a toe?
The
Same
same way you
mummify a
properly
body, just
mummify
smaller.
anything. You know, Lenin's body is like on display in Moscow.
Did not know that.
Haven't you ever mummified a finger? It's just like
You're
that.
asking me.
Yeah, it's
No,
kind of creepy.
I'm still mildly in shock, to be quite honest.
It's so well documented. Like There's so many
Is it really?
There's so many pictures.
Love that.
Or so, when are we driving up to Dawson City?
I'm telling you, this week.
It's 2.5 days to get there.
Yeah, so we'll get there by Wednesday. I think it's worth it.
I mean, it's worth it, but that's pretty short notice. And they might be closed for the pandemic.
Okay, so we'll wait there.
Pandemic thing is a thing that's happening.
The call, maybe leave. Get a reservation.
Hey guys, could you just? We're gonna like stop by. Could you just leave like a couple toe shots, just like on the street,
One toe, though.
please?
Yeah, we're actually the contactless delivery.
Some shots.
Gosh.
Well, the guy who invented it died in November.
Yeah.
You know who else died recently?
Dick Stevens.
Not confirmed, but
It's by TMZ, so it's confirmed.
Dude, I love my proper news sources. Thank God for my journalist friends.
TMZ reported that Kobe Bryant died before the family knew.
Isn't that insane? You remember that? That was ridiculous.
They also reported that Pop Smoke died before the police showed up.
Yeah.
How did they do it? How does TMZ, literally just how do they do it? Because honestly, the fact that I probably knew that Kobe Bryant was dead before his wife and children is just messed up.
maybe they're behind the Wikipedia articles right after people die.
I don't know, because I think the Wikipedia articles are like they're not updated as fast as TMZ. Because I remember when Kobe Bryant died, I saw the TMZ article on Twitter, and then I Googled it, and there was nothing, and it still said Kobe Bryant is on Wikipedia.
I mean, Twitter knew about. They confirmed Osama bin Laden's death before the government did.
That's true.
The age of information.
I can't wait for someone to report my death before I know.
Wait, you're planning on dying?
I mean, if it happens.
If you die.
If Eric ever
Yeah.
chooses to die.
Yeah, I'd rather not, honestly.
I cannot die without my consent.
Word, I agree. I don't really want to die.
Throughout my life, I've gotten out of so many negative situations by just choosing not to.
Mm-hmm.
But who did TMZ report died?
Jong-un, right?
Yep.
Wait.
We took a long tangent
We
before you-
have to ask our legal correspondent. Am I going to be killed for saying that?
I'll be honest, I never got out of law school.
I never even went to law
probably
school.
not.
Wait, are you telling me you're just a pre-law minor at Emerson College?
Excuse me?
You know,
And I'll look it up for you.
we do have the number 2 pre-law system, or the number 2 pre-law program on the Boston Common.
Yes.
Is the number one Suffolk? is the number one Suffolk? I need to know.
Probably.
That's why they're our rival.
I'm just assuming they have a better pre-law program than ours. I can't imagine ours is very
I
good.
think that's safe to assume.
Should I try for a pre-law minor and then go to law school after graduating with a degree in theater education?
I think so. I think that's the wave.
Go for it, man.
There's a doctor, a surgeon at the hospital near to me who was just like a weird random tangent, but his name's also Jonathan, so I remembered him. Who was like Broadway performing actor and then decided to go back to school to get for pre-law and then go to school for law, and then now he's a surgeon.
Funny how that works out.
Wait a second. I realized that I just said he went back to school for law. Now he's a surgeon.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, so he didn't go to school for law?
No, he didn't. So we
that-
can't contact him for information.
That throws a wrench in my plans. Jeez.
Yeah.
I really just wanted to be a surgeon.
I really I want to be a
I know who doesn't want to be a surgeon.
The guy who did the surgery on Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
There's no way he's alive. Zero chance.
I'm very sure that he's not.
I can. There's no confirming or denying that he is certainly dead.
Exactly.
Dude, I think it was a hit by his sister.
If you
She looks
say that
scary.
it's true, you're just gonna get like Truman. You're just gonna get like Jersey nuked by saying that on a podcast. Like Jersey's about to take a ballistic missile.
I mean, if I say it too, there's no way they can find both of us.
Pretty sure you've both said your hometown locations on this podcast.
They're not gonna find me in the suburbs of Reading, Pennsylvania.
Right across the street from Trinity Church? How could they find me?
Every town. Why does every suburb have a Trinity Church?
Trinity Baptist.
I don't think mine does.
Yeah, but no, his sister definitely, it was a hit. She wanted the power.
Yeah.
Sure.
His sister looks scary. I looked up her picture when I was like she's the only successor, right?
Yeah, he had his brother killed because he thought his brother was trying to usurp him.
I remember that. That was insane.
Yeah, it was.
Like it was so unhidden too. Like everybody just knew that was the truth.
You know what I hate about North Korea?
What?
Oh, this is a risky statement.
If this was South Korea's leader, we would know by now.
Word.
Yeah, probably.
But also they
I mean-
did such a good job taking care of coronavirus.
They did.
One guy
Yeah,
broke
there are
quarantine,
no
they
confirmed
killed him.
cases in North Korea.
No, there was one, but they killed him.
Because he broke quarantine.
That's a weird way to say cured.
No, it's not here, just one less case.
I mean, technically, they can say they've seen a drastic reduction in cases. 100% success rate.
I'm gonna be bold.
That's right.
I think what they did with that guy who broke quarantine was a little too far, but I like their message.
Honestly, the U.S. should have at least I don't know, thrown someone in prison for breaking quarantine or something. Wait, no, they have.
No, we're a free country. We have
Hey,
a right to all die
Truman,
because our government
Truman,
doesn't know how to take
my
care of it.
rights.
Well,
Dude.
this is all under the assumption that Corona is real. So just keep it out there. Right?
You're right.
It's a hoax, but it's also made by the Chinese government. In
Yeah,
a
it's a
lab.
hoax made by the Chinese.
In a
Dude,
lab.
it's wild that our government just keeps bailing out companies, but there's no help for normal people. There's no help for states. Trump put the states out to dry, said, "Oh, you guys got to take care of this," and then they said, "Okay, we don't have the money for that. Can we have some funding?" And he went, "No, that'll add too much to the deficit."
And then now he's just simply put himself in a position where he can blame whoever he wants. If governor's open too soon right now, he can say, "Wow, you're being really stupid." Now it's just off his shoulders because he couldn't handle the pressure. Now
Yeah,
there's
but
no more federal aid.
but it's so stupid because what was the point of getting a Democratic majority in Congress if they just sit on their thumbs and let the Republicans give slush funds to whatever businesses they want? You know?
I have a better question. What's the point of the government?
Word.
Well, without a government, we don't have laws, and
What about
so-
the roads?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I forgot that. If we don't have laws, you don't have a job.
Yeah.
Shit.
we have no UBI or stimulus packages or rent freezes or mortgage freezes, but they just keep, "Oh, Boeing wants another $500 million? Sure, here you go. Shake Shack wants a bailout? Take it."
Shake Shack gave theirs back.
Yeah, but only because they got caught.
Only because normal people found out and were like, "Hey, that's kind of messed up."
I kind of got beef with Shake Shack right now, not gonna lie.
Because of that,
That and the union busting.
isn't that just always a thing?
Yeah, but it shouldn't be.
I mean, you're right. Unionize if you are at Shake Shack.
Yeah.
Perish.
Shake if you are listening and you also work at Shake Shack, unionize.
Yeah, try it. See what happens.
Unionize.
Board, organize your workplace. So yeah, do we thinking Kim Jong Un is dead? Because TMZ's reported it, but nobody else.
Well, that has,
This is TMZ.
the New York Post picked up.
But also, folks, I did see an article a few hours ago that China has been that today China sent a bunch of top surgeons to North Korea and to aid Kim Jong Un's critical condition or whatever. I feel like they wouldn't do that. If he wasn't alive, like North Korea would be trying to cover it up more than inviting Chinese surgeons to help.
I thought they were just going over to see if he was still alive or not.
Oh no! I thought they were going to the reason they were being sent was to help save him.
On one hand, I hope the regime falls because it'll be really good for all the people there to finally have a life worth living. But on the other hand, I really wanted to see the regime. Like I really wanted to visit and see what life was like in this totalitarian
I
state.
can guarantee if you, of all people, visited North Korea, you would not come back alive.
What do you mean?
You would get arrested and then you would die in prison.
I would be on my best behavior.
No, you wouldn't. You would in public, like literally just once you would slip up and you'd make a joke. You'd be like, I'm not Kim Jong Un, and then you would immediately be shot by a sniper. You would die. Maybe they would perform surgery on you and then torture you in prison for a few weeks, and then the U.S. would be like, hey, you can't do that. They'd be like, sorry, and then you mysteriously die in prison.
I wouldn't do that though. I know how to behave myself.
They would probably check your social media, like to screen you, and then
They would go deep.
they wouldn't. Instead of like not letting you in, they just kill you right there.
In the States.
They'd inject a cyber virus into your veins.
They'd be like, this kid just ain't it, and then they just murder you.
I disagree. I think I would have I think I would have a cool time, and I think it'd be cool learning about how the people there live.
I don't disagree that it would be cool to see other people there live.
And one day I do hope to go.
Certainly a very, very interesting country.
Anyway,
Someday you will go.
Zach and I have been working on a project. Well, we all have kind of been working on this project
Yeah.
for a little bit. And I think it's time to talk about it because we got some significant work done.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Now that we've roped in our North Korean audience.
now that we've Kim Il, or what's his sister's name?
Kim Il Jong.
Kim Il Jong, if you're listening. Matt Farley.
He probably has a North Korea song.
Probably not. The guy who sings about cities and towns, Pyongyang.
Oh, Pyongyang is a great big city, and it has a great, wonderful supreme leader.
Pyongyang, such a
Do you think
nice
now's a bad
city.
time for him to release the Kim Jong Un poop song?
I'm pretty sure it is a federal offense over there to talk about Kim Jong's poop.
Well, he doesn't poop.
No, not his
You're right. He
poop,
doesn't
his
poop. I
and
forgot.
Oh, yeah. His theoretical poop.
No, it's not. The song's not about his poop. It's just going Kim Jong Un poop, Kim Jong Un poop.
Okay, just in relation. Okay.
Yeah, just
Same passes.
just
Those
two-
two things are real.
two words next to each other.
Kim Jong poop makes me Kim Jong ill. Ooh, stomach hurt.
That was good. But yeah, we've been working on a jukebox musical with Mr. Farley's music.
Mm-hmm.
We currently have, I mean, basically all the songs in the show and the plot cemented.
Yeah. We have about 30 to 35 songs right now.
Is one of them poop in the urinal?
No.
We're going to allude to some songs that we can't find a way to like fit in.
Mm-hmm.
We have 33 songs in right now.
Some of those are hard maybes to be, worked out in the workshopping phase.
Yeah, I mean, it is a musical and it's going to go through extensive workshopping. But right now we got a solid set list. We got a solid solid plot involving
Mhm.
aliens and wizards and hobos.
And hopes.
And
Don't give
blues
away too much.
Oh yes, and popes.
and blues.
We're really reaching every demographic.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's a romance too,
Really intense romance.
but it's also about female empowerment.
It's a little bit of everything.
I feel like we have to give them like some sort of teaser on the plot.
I don't know what kind of teaser.
I signed an NDA I wrote myself for this.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know. My hands are tied.
Yeah, I can't really disclose any info either.
Yeah, it's a really strict NDA.
Are you gonna get
Goes on
shot
for
by a
8
sniper if you
years.
break it?
Yeah, North Korean snipers are involved.
The only thing I hate more than authoritarian regimes is plot spoilers.
Zarek hates spoilers for anything. So he doesn't look at any clips of like new rides that are announced until he goes on them.
Mm-hmm. Why would I look at it?
Because it's cool.
It's a great question.
I think I have a love-hate relationship with spoilers.
I like spoilers for things I'm never gonna watch.
Yes, exactly. Like that's enjoyable. Like just being able to like learn the entirety of a show without ever actually having to watch it.
Yeah.
I know I'm never gonna watch it.
Yeah, but
I'm fine with that.
I spoiled the hit 1950s film Bela Lugosi Meets a Brooklyn Gorilla for Jacob yesterday.
Yes, you did, but it's only because I wanted to. It's like a case of the exact type of thing that John Luke is describing.
But
You're
you're
never
going to
gonna watch
watch.
it.
He's going to watch it one day, though.
I am going to watch it, but I feel like I'll enjoy it more knowing what happens.
How are
Have
you
you-
not going to watch a movie with the title Bela Lugosi Meets a Brooklyn Gorilla?
It's not just any gorilla. It's
a Brooklyn gorilla.
The only
Have you guys
spoiling
come
I
across-
like is the controlled spoiling of milk that makes yogurt and cheese.
Damn. I'm trying to think of stuff that I've enjoyed having spoiled. No, but I've certainly like most of the time I'm like, spoilers are dumb. Like, who cares? Like, it's never that big of a deal. But there definitely have been. I remember spoiled for me. Oh God, it's bothering me so bad. I literally like it was the only time in my life I remember accidentally seeing a spoiler and then like legitimately like throwing my phone in anger.
I got a Harry Potter spoiled for me.
Yeah.
That's a pretty easy one to get spoiled for.
Mm-hmm.
Internet just decides to nut often about Harry Potter.
Have you
Dude,
guys come across
we
those
should've-
people that like actively try to spoil things?
yeah.
Yeah.
They suck.
Aim for it.
That's what it was like.
Dude, if we nominated Pete Buttigieg, we could have had a president who've read Harry Potter.
He's so relatable. Oh, and he's so hot with that beard.
He really fell apart. Have you seen clips or pictures of him recently?
He
No.
looks like fucking he looks like he's de-aging, but only his head.
Wait, what? He looks like he's
Oh,
de-aging,
no.
but only his head.
Yeah, it's like it's really weird. Like he's balding, but
It's like his hair plugs are running out.
Oh, that's tough. That's real tough.
I don't know if this makes sense, but it reminded me of like that book series that's like David No or something. I can't remember what the fuck like it was called. Like viewers, if you know what I'm talking about, comment below.
It'll help out the rest of this convo if you comment below.
Please comment below. I'm lost.
But wait, hold on, I'll send the link to what I'm talking about in the Discord chat, so you'll know what I'm talking about.
Don't know what you're talking about.
All right, hold on.
In a LGBTQ nation says Pete Buttigieg finally gave the gays what they want, a sexy beard. That's what really matters.
After they got used to his campaigning, they realized, damn, we really don't want this guy as a president.
Yeah.
Like, he could be more attractive, at least.
He could be.
No, it was.
Yeah, the No David books.
It's
yeah.
like when I get killed, one of my relatives in Pakistan get killed abroad, I want them to be killed by a gay person.
That's empowerment.
Such progressive times we live in.
Thanks, Pete.
More
Only
inclusive oppression, guys. We need more inclusive oppression.
You know, if only Pete. I don't even know. It's so if Pete. I don't even know. We talked about Pete a lot in the early days of the primaries. Because
He's really just a rat.
it feels like his intended audience is just 98-year-old women. Like he really like goes for the young people just by being gay.
His thing is he is the old people's idea of a young person's candidate.
Mm-hmm. He's also a great dancer.
Oh yeah, the High Hopes dance is
Mhm.
honestly the best thing that came out of the entire primary.
Legendary.
Like I already wasn't like a huge fan of High Hopes. Like now, like that just literally ruined it for me. Literally,
It's-
every time High Hopes comes on, I'm just filled with like that first video of one of his rallies where it's like 98 white women doing the High Hopes dance. Like that's it. Like that's the image that pops into my head, and I just dislike it.
We gotta reappropriate it.
For what?
The Moxie Mansion dance.
It's just a beat for
Even
beat.
before his dance, that song gave me micro jokers every time I heard it.
that was like the beginning of Zarek's transformation into Joker.
No, it was after, but every time I hear it, I'm like, what if I go a little farther? If that song did not exist, coffee milk would be the state drink of every state.
Yeah, but right now it's only the state drink of Rhode Island.
Oh, what's the state drink of Texas?
I
Is it not?
I know-
Red?
Oh, I was listening to a podcast yesterday from 2009. They picked a random guy from the audience, and he was wearing a giant shirt that said Big Red.
Oh,
He didn't talk
Texas
about
doesn't
the
have
drink,
one.
which disappointed me.
This is what Pete Buttigieg looks like.
God. Fleabag monkey face.
Yeah, that's
Animated
what
series.
Make sure you guys search Fleabag Monkey Face if you want to understand what Jacob's talking about.
Yes. And when you do, you will laugh very hard. We'll make Pete Buttigieg the cover for the YouTube video, and then you can.
Buttigieg looks like an Oblivion character.
I'm
He's-
looking at a list of
He's
all
got
the state drinks. There's not a lot of diversity.
A lot of it's milk.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
Why?
milk. Tomato juice for Ohio.
Oh my god, that makes me so angry.
Maine has the best state drink.
I do not understand how the rage at the fact that there's a state drink that it's tomato juice fills me with.
Maine has the best state drink.
Nebraska's state
Island
soft
does.
drink is Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I can vibe with that.
Yeah.
Like Nebraska's vibing though.
Because
Balances out,
the
'cause
Kool-Aid
state
farms are
beverage
in
is milk.
Nebraska. That's where they have the Kool-Aid cows.
Oh, hey Truman, you ever heard of Ale 81?
No.
It's a regional ginger and citrus flavored soft drink.
Okay, but Moxie.
I
Why
know
do
this-
some states have milk as their state
Alright.
beverage?
Milk is
Massachusetts
good.
is cranberry juice? What the fuck?
I don't even. There's not even a reason for that. Massachusetts is a young state.
Arizona waited until 2019 to declare lemonade their state drink.
They really just felt behind the curve.
They were thinking about it.
They took a while
Texas?
and then they said lemonade.
Lemonade made it through.
Texas doesn't have a state drink, but they have a state soil.
Okay, but have you seen Arizona's time zone map?
Yeah.
It's
Oh, what are you talking about?
it's really angering.
Is it worse than Australia's?
No, nothing is worse than Australia.
Oh, that's what? Why does it like loop around?
I'm confused.
Why is there a spot in the middle of a time zone that's like the other time zone?
Oh,
It's
you
like
talking
an
about
island
Arizona?
that's in a different time.
Oh,
They're the same time zone, but one of them doesn't do daylight savings.
yeah.
God, it's so
But
strange.
look at Australia's daylight savings map. That's even worse. Like it truly makes me angry.
Oh, what the fuck? Shouldn't it just be on like the y-axis?
Yeah, but it is earlier in like Queensland than it is in New South Wales and when it's not daylight savings, and it's later when it is daylight savings.
Oh my god.
Wait, that's so confusing.
We need to abolish Australia.
You could take a road trip into like 4 different time zones in no time at all.
Unlike
Fun.
China, which is all one time zone.
If we're driving to Dawson City, Yukon, now that's a road trip that we go through time zones, and you actually get the satisfaction of going far. That's the worst part of Australia. Never mind all the poisonous stuff. Road trips aren't as fun. Although
Dude.
I do want to drive across Australia.
I would say, like, a road trip across all of Australia does sound pretty fun.
But there's
Because-
nothing. It's like as big as the United States, like width wise. But there's not stuff in the middle to do like on an American road
Against
trip.
the
It's
wilderness.
just a desert and dogs and emus.
The highway from, I think it's probably equivalent to Mississippi to California. It's just a 2-lane dirt road. Well, not a dirt road, but not a good road.
It's like Pennsylvania I-80.
God.
Oh, I need
Alright.
to drive somewhere soon.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure my dad canceled my license during quarantine because I haven't driven in 6 weeks. He's like, I'm not paying your insurance right now.
It's not
That's why you
canceling
need
your
to have
license, it's
insurance.
canceling your insurance.
Sorry, he canceled my insurance. Leave me alone.
Who drives with insurance anyway?
I
Who drives
hate
the
you.
license? What?
I just want to drive to Anchorage.
Just want to.
Actually, I've always wanted to go to Alaska. Deeply.
Actually, I'm gonna go to
That's-
Kodiak, Alaska.
There's
Sick.
something about Alaska. I hate the cold, but I want to go to Alaska.
Because why wouldn't you? Like, it's just so open and sexy. I
Well,
don't know.
Mike
I don't
Gravel
know
was
word.
from
They got
Alaska.
moose up there, meese, if you will.
Isn't? Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't Alaska like 2 to 3 times the size of Texas?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
3.5.
huge.
Huge.
That's ridiculous. You could
Also-
not drive across Alaska in less than like.
They don't have roads from Anchorage to Barrow.
Yeah, there's no roads through a lot of it.
Yeah, I get
Sucks.
pulled by.
So we have to get. Yeah, I was gonna say. So we have to rent a sled dog. Like, I'm fine with that. That's a sick vibe.
Or a seaplane.
Ooh,
It would also, guys. One of us has to get a pilot's license. I'll say it.
I called it.
Takes a while though, so you better get on that.
Yeah, word. As soon as quarantine's over, I'll buy my plane.
Wait, guys. This actually blew my mind. You can buy small planes for ridiculously cheap.
How
You
much
can?
is ridiculously cheap?
Like 12 grand.
What?
Small plane shopping. All right, here we go.
Amazon.
That's no, I don't trust that. There's one for like $250.
Oh, it's literally
Person plane.
yeah. The really small planes are actually dirt cheap.
Wait,
Like,
so
just really,
you're
like,
saying if we live off campus, instead of taking the T, we could fly to class?
Wait, Truman, we could live in like upstate New York, and then you could fly us into for class every day.
And land on the Boston Common.
Keep in mind, just because there aren't roads doesn't mean we can't walk.
I'd rather sled, honestly.
Wait, I'm gonna. I don't know what kind of plane to look up. Like cheap.
Well, yeah, I looked up small plane.
I want a very small plane.
Okay, but guys, check
just
this.
Just so the viewers know, I'm on a website called Trade a Plane.
Or so you want a small plane? John Luke, could you say it's a smart plane?
Shut up.
Used aircraft for sale. Oh, this website's from 2007.
Okay. Single engine piston. That's got to be the smallest one.
But how much
So
is
these
a used 737 Max cost?
Hey, used 737 Max for sale. Okay, here we go. I found 10 listings, Truman. About 3.6 mil.
I think that's worth it.
That's from 1992.
What about the ones that explode, though? Those have to have a discount on them, right?
Hey, honestly, they should.
So.
Dude, one's here for 80 grand.
Broken transmission, but it still flies.
I'm fine with that. I'd fly a plane with a broken transmission.
You know how to fly, stick.
I don't even know how to drive stick.
Actually, the first car I ever drove in was a stick shift car, but I have never driven in one since, so I definitely have forgotten.
It's a useful skill to have.
Ooh.
You know what I had? Was static.
4 seats. From 1963.
That's
I'm
worth
gonna
it.
look up a six passenger planes for sale.
If you got a Smart 4.2, it has both automatic and manual.
Right.
Oh, need
See, most of the ones that I'm looking at are. Why's my voice echoing?
I think it's Jacob.
What the hawk, bro?
What the hawk?
I muted
I'm more
Jacob.
of a Mooney M20C kind of guy, honestly.
Hey, I found if we want like a 6-person single piston passenger plane, we can get one from like 1979 for $100,000. That's way cheaper than a Tesla. Just saying.
Yeah, can we just sell our parents' cars?
Honestly.
Dude, we'll just pick up extra hours at the shack.
Yeah.
We'll pick up a few extra hours at the shack every week, save for like 3 years. And in that time, you can get your pilot's license. We'll buy a Cessna 310R.
Why would you fly with a license?
Yeah, I won't need a license to fly. I'm not flying commercial.
You're not getting pulled over.
I'm just flying the class.
These planes
You're not getting
flies up
pulled
next
over.
to you.
Sir,
Land,
license and
please.
registration,
Yeah,
please.
You just might get shot down with a ballistic or with an anti-aircraft missile.
I mean, we're talking about Kim Jong-un's sister.
Truman, can you imagine flying into the city of Boston in an unregistered, unlicensed aircraft? You would immediately, within getting 100 miles away from Boston, you would just be shot to death.
Well, isn't that where the 9/11 flights came from?
Yeah, 2 of them.
A lot of them came from
Well, I did forget they came from Logan, yeah.
I fly into the airport where they let a lot of them through up in Maine. God, they're so nice there. It was a great target, gotta say.
People in Maine are great people. I'll say it. I've never met. It's not a pretty wonderful person.
Yeah, unless
It's
you're
all the
not white,
Moxie.
then they just stare at you.
It's all
Oh, yeah, you're right. I mean, there is certainly a certain amount of built-in southernism for being Maine.
Yeah, not a whole lot of.
That's awful of me to call it southernism.
Well, it's just the amount of Moxie they drink. It makes them better people.
But sadly, Moxie actually increases inherent amounts of racism.
Dude, do you know how much Moxie I drink? That's why I'm such a racist.
Dude. Stop.
I'm kidding.
That's why you hate other races. That makes so much sense.
As a lawyer, I have to state for the transcript, I'm joking.
He is the Joker. That is what he's stating for the transcript.
I'm Joker. I'm 164th Cherokee. Straight.
Oh, you know what was so funny? I was listening to a podcast the other day, and on the podcast, he's like asking the guy his heritage, and he was like listing off all these things. He's like Polish, German. He goes, I heard I'm part. I don't know. He said some traditional Native American name, but not enough to get one of those scholarships. I was like, whoa. And then the guy hosting the podcast goes, yeah, all right, let's kill, rape, and relocate all their people for 100 years, but we don't get one of those fucking scholarships.
Well, back to getting a plane in Alaska. When I was looking around Dawson City, since, I want to go there now, there are a ton of airports up there. And, it's upstate Yukon and
So
eastern
close.
Alaska. I'm sure no one's flying there. So we could just land.
Yeah?
Oh, if we buy the plane to go to class.
Maybe.
Yeah.
We should just crash the plane.
Honestly,
I mean, that's a landing, technically.
And we have to buy parachutes, and that's a whole other thing.
I hope landing a plane isn't as hard as it is to land in GTA 5.
I'm so angry at you.
Why?
It's full of rage.
I mean, as long as it's flat, all you have to do is just descend slowly.
Yeah, you know how hard that is to do in GTA?
Games aren't always realistic.
I bet landing a plane's way easier, German.
Then in with the I don't know. Maybe you just get used
Landing
to it.
it nicely, yeah, that is probably very hard. But just landing it,
It'd be a little bumpy, but
it's like driving. You could get from point A to point B, or you could get from point A to point B in one piece.
It's true. A crash is a landing where the plane can't take off again.
That's true.
Wait, how much is a single-use plane?
One time stop.
At that point, we should just get a rocket ship.
you know what's so? That was another crazy thing about this podcast I was listening to. Is it was from 2009, and one day he brought, or no, it was from like 2012 or something, and he brought this random guy up from the audience. It was in LA. He brought this like random guy from the audience. He's like, yeah, I work at SpaceX. It's like this place no one's ever heard of, and it was like before Elon Musk was like well known and shit. He's just talking about how he just like would screw on panels like 20 hours a day, and how he's like, my job makes good money, but it fucking sucks. But like, it's so funny because in 2012, Elon Musk was claiming, yeah, we're gonna colonize Mars 10 years from now,
And we're close to that.
we're almost there.
Chop, Elon, chop, chop.
And you know, in 2013, Matt Farley said the Mose Haven reunion would happen in 2023.
Happen sooner.
It hasn't happened yet.
It hasn't happened yet. That's disappointing.
I'm excited for 2023. But also, speaking of Elon Musk, did you hear he named his kid Influenza?
What?
Influenza.
Did he have a child?
What?
Did he have a child?
With Grimes.
Yeah, with that. What is she a singer of?
Techno
singer. Oh gosh.
She changed her legal name to C. Period. Because she didn't want to be shackled to her previous life. But yeah, they named their child Influenza.
I feel like they sound pretty perfect for each other, I'll say.
Her whole thing is like death to capitalists, and then she had a baby with Elon Musk.
But he's a good guy.
Dude, he goes on Reddit.
He's pretty sick.
He watches hentai.
What? What just happened?
Elon Musk, he's dead. Dude, have you seen it? Mr. Musk made a flamethrower.
He's so cool.
Right? He's just like me.
He's just a cool regular guy.
If I was a billionaire, I too would name my kid Influenza. Dude, imagine your name is Influenza and your parents drop you off at middle school in a Cybertruck.
Oh God.
It's an epic gamer moment.
Oh, I feel bad for that kid.
It's only the whole thing is circulating from just one tweet from Pop Base, who's unverified. So I
But
don't know.
has Pop Base reported Kim Jong-un's dead yet?
Let's find out.
Imagine being unverified. Pathetic.
They've what? Pop Base is your best source for all pop culture related entertainment, news, award show coverage, chart updates, statistics, and more.
Authoritarian leaders.
No, yep, they reported it.
It has
They
to.
reported
Then
on
they are a reputable source. Then
Yeah.
it's like
That is true.
CNN still hasn't reported it, but Pop Base has. At the
They
time of
also-
recording this, at the time of this upload, CNN might be reporting it, but as of right now, they are not. That
They also
needed to be
reported
stated.
that Skater Boy by Avril Lavigne is surpassed 20 million streams on Spotify.
Well, I don't believe that. They're not a valid source.
Why it's her second song to achieve this.
The first.
They don't say.
God, I love journalism.
Berkeley Beacon is shaking.
They could use a sourtoe cocktail.
I could use a sourdough cocktail.
Honestly, I definitely could. I certainly would be a little improved.
I will pop my alcohol cherry if we go to Dawson City, Yukon.
You're gonna pop your alcohol cherry before that. I mean, your water cherry before that.
I've had water before.
Yeah, Truman. Jeez.
Have you ever blacked out on water?
I threw up on water.
Wait, I am going to flex. I have been severely overhydrated almost to the point of hospitalization.
Oh shit.
I've thrown up from too much
No need
water
to
several
brag,
times.
dude. Wow.
Yeah, it'd be like that. Sometimes you really want that liquid, bro.
Bro, the hydro flask is just so good. It has flask in it for a reason.
Just remember, if you ever get too hydrated and your toe falls off, now you know where to send it.
Exactly.
And with that, we're gonna call it quits for today. Zach, do you have social media you want to plug?
Yeah. Swomo fucks.
Perfect.
Do improv. We're probably gonna do a Zoom show. So
Swomo Zoom show.
and mute yourself, and when we're funny, unmute yourself to laugh. Because we want to hear it.
Okay.
So hopefully we'll see you there.
So it'll be like mute, and then you'll just hear like halfway through a laugh sometimes.
Yeah.
Got it.
And if you don't do that, we'll kick you out.
I think it'll add to the Swomo aesthetic.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine being in your first semester in Swomo, you do 2 shows, and then the semester ends.
Yeah. Hate to see it.
All right.
That's all I have.
Okay, anyway.
You will hear us next week in our next episode with whoever we decide to bring on. The semester will finally be over then, so we'll have something substantial to talk about, reflecting on freshman year of college. But
Oh, I'm done on Wednesday. I'm so excited.
Spend most of the next week typing, or most of the next few days typing a 3-page essay for a class. So
Ooh.
a 3-page essay,
30, baby.
a 3.0 page essay.
Hey, you got me.
Sick. All right.
All right, folks.
Peace out, y'all.